I want to share something with you. You know, you really were never isolated. The Lord was really, really shielding you. What do I mean? You know that silence that you've been living in? Deafening. Very deafening. Deafening. Oh, absolutely. See, it's that feeling of being unseen, you being unheard, and maybe, just maybe even forgotten by God himself, right? You know, one day it just blends into the next. And the quietness of the season, of your season, you know, it really starts to feel like peace becomes more like a prison. You know, you pray, you know, your words just feel like they just hitting the ceiling. For real. You know, you look for a sign, you look for a signal, a whisper, something. But you just get nothing. You know, the friends you used to even call, they slowly faded away. You know, the opportunities you were counting on just disappeared. Like it never happened. Yeah, you feel alone, and in that aloneness, the enemy starts to whisper his lies. Always come with his lies. You've been abandoned. You've been rejected. You're not good enough. God has moved on. It becomes so painful. A heavy place to be. It's a wilderness where, look like every direction looks the same. Hope feels like a distant memory. It's just the truth. You know, you see other people moving forward. They celebrating their victories. They're getting their breakthroughs. And you just left wondering, God, did you forget about me? Did you forget about me? What if I told you, you know, that this agonizing silence, it was never rejection? What if that profound isolation, it wasn't punishment, but protection? Would you believe me? What if you were never truly abandoned, but strategically and divinely hidden? Would you believe me? Sweetheart, this season that feels like a prison, it is actually a fortress. This is who this word is for. The Lord hasn't forgotten you. He has been shielding you. He has pulled you away from the noise, the distractions, the influences that could have wrecked you, all to prepare you for a purpose so significant, a calling so weighty, that it required this sacred set apart time. It's going to make sense. See, you thought you were being isolated. But honey, the truth is, the Lord was insulating you, not isolating you. See, we have to shift our perspective from how the world sees isolation to how heaven sees it. The world sees solitude and calls it loneliness. See, it sees being set apart, they call it rejection. But see, God calls it consecration. He calls it protection. Think. Psalm chapter 32 verse 7, it says, you are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. Did you catch that language? A hiding place. Now see, it isn't a place of punishment. It's a place of divine refuge. It's a difference. God pulls his chosen ones aside, not to cast them out, but to work on them in private before he presents them in public. Think like this. Think like this, okay? An artist doesn't create a masterpiece on a public stage, right? for everyone to see the messy process. It's crafted in the quiet of the studio. The clay is molded. The canvas is painted. The diamond is cut all away from the crowd. This season of your life is the studio. Stay with me. God is the artist and you are his masterpiece in the making. Yeah. See, he has to seal you from being exposed too early. Stay with me now. He has to protect you from the voices that we try to define. You know, we try to define him before he is finished telling you who you are. But this is what he does. He so lovingly removes distractions, relationships, and even comforts you are used to depending on. You hear the rain? It's beautiful. He's not doing it to harm you, though. He's doing it to teach you to depend solely on him. Now, this isn't isolation. It's insulation. It's the difference. It's a holy hiding a divine realignment. See, what he's doing, he's building a foundation in you that can truly carry the weight of the blessing. This is what he has waiting for you. You know, if you feel like you're the only one who has ever walked this lonely path, honey, stay tuned. I want you to look at our family of faith. See, right here, the Bible, the Word of God is filled with stories of men and women who were hidden by God long before they were ever revealed by God. These periods of isolation that they walked in, they were training grounds for their greatest assignments. I'm going to give you some examples. Look at Joseph. See, Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers. We all know the story. Sold into slavery and then thrown into prison for something he didn't even do. For 13 long years, he was hidden away, completely forgotten by the world. But in that pit, in that prison, God was with him. That season, sisters and brothers, it wasn't for a detour. It was to direct his path, a path to destiny. See, in the darkness of that prison, God was shaping his character like he do with us and giving him the wisdom to one day govern a nation and save his family from starvation. My God. What the enemy meant for evil, what he meant for evil. Hear me. God used for his good. Using that same pit as a furnace to forge a leader. Honey, come on now. Come on. Then there's David. David, stay with me. He was anointed as a future king. Anointed for king of Israel. He didn't step into the palace. Instead, he was sent into the wilderness, running for his own life, honey, from King Saul. Do you remember that? In the Word, it's in the Word. Now, for years, what he did, he hid in caves and desolate places. He was isolated, hunted like an animal. But it was in that lonely cave that he wrote many of the Psalms. Go figure. See, it was in the wilderness that his heart was refined and his dependence on God became unbreakable. He learned to lead a group of misfits. Come on. He learned it in a cave before he was even ready to lead a nation from a palace. See, God God hid him in the cave to prepare him for the throne. Stay with me. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? What about the great prophet Elijah? Okay? Now, after a mass victory that he won on Mount Carmel, he didn't get a parade. He got far from it. He got a death threat from Queen Jezebel. And what he did is he ran for his life. He felt so alone that he actually prayed to die. Can you imagine that? But guess what? In that place, in that desolate place, God met him. God didn't meet him in the wind. God didn't meet him in an earthquake. But in a gentle whisper, God used that isolation to strip away his fear, and he recommissioned him back in. Let's even talk about Moses. See, Moses, too, was in the desert for 40 years. Even Jesus was led by the Spirit in the wilderness for 40 days. I want you to understand where I'm going. See, in every single one of them, they had a season to be hidden. And it was a time when it looked like just absolutely nothing was happening. But in the unseen, God was doing his most work on them, each of them. Let me explain something to you. This is the Lord's pattern. This is his pattern. Isolation, honey, it isn't the end of your story. It is the necessary preparation for the true beginning of your purpose. So why does God do this? Why the silence? Why the waiting? The reason is you're in this hiding season because it's deeply intentional. First, God isolates you to purify you. He separates you to sanctify you. In the quiet, away from the world's noise and applause, honey, God gets to go into do that deep surgical work. He reveals the parts of your character that will crumble under the weight of your calling. The pride, the insecurity, the need for other people's validation. Come on. What he does, he lovingly strips away everything that you rely on than him. So this is when the breakthrough comes. You know, without a doubt, that he did this and he did it alone. The greater the calling on your life, the deeper the preparation. Did you hear me? See, God isolates you so you can hear his voice. The world is loud, so loud. The opinion of others, the demands on your life, our own ambitions, they can easily drown out the still, small voice that he creates. He got to create a space where his voice is the only one you need to hear clearly. It's in this hidden place that you learn to tell his guidance apart from all the other noise. It's where he downloads his strategy, his vision, his heart for you. God isolates you to build your intimacy with him. This season, honey, it isn't about what God wants to do through you. It's what he's about to do in you. Oh, yeah. He belongs for a real relationship with you that is not based on your circumstances when friends disappear, resources dry up, all this stuff. You're pushed to depend on him. Don't you get it? He has to be your only source. Now see this right here. This is where faith is forged into unshakable trust, because he's inviting you into a deeper friendship with him than ever before, than you've ever known. If this is speaking to your spirit, if you feel that God is talking directly to you about your own season of being hidden, this is what I want you to do. I want you to affirm in the comments below. Type this: he is shielding me for my purpose. Let it be a declaration of your faith and an encouragement to others who feel the same way. If you want to keep receiving words that build your faith and bring clarity to your purpose, honey, all you got to do is make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification. I want to make sure, and I want you to make sure you don't miss the next messages that God has for you through an ear to hear. Knowing how God has you in a season of isolation is one thing, but knowing how God is to navigate, now see, that's something else. That's something entirely different. So how do you partner with what God is doing right now? I'm going to tell you. First, embrace the silence. Don't run from it. Don't try to fill it with every quiet moment with noise and distraction. Lean into it. Lean into it. This is your time to listen. Ask God, Father, what are you saying to me in this season? What are you trying to build in me? Use this time to go deep into his word and to develop a prayer life that's not about asking, but about waiting and listening. Second, I want you to reframe your re-perspective every single day. You know, when those feelings of loneliness and rejection creep in, trust me, they will. See, you have to fight back with the truth. Remind yourself out loud, I am not abandoned. I am being prepared. I am not forgotten. I am being shielded. This isn't punishment. This is promotion. Hold on tight to his promises, like the ones in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Never will I leave you, nor will I forsake you. Oh, I love the Lord. Third, this is what I want you to do. Focus on becoming, not just doing. See, this culture, honey, it's obsessed with being busy, with productivity, with results. But a season of hiddenness is a season of becoming. Yeah. God is far more interested in who you are becoming on the inside than what you are doing on the outside. For example, are you becoming more humble, more patient, more passionate? Do you let him do the internal work? That's something to think about. Yeah. The work he's doing in you is the foundation for the work he wants to do through you. Oh, yeah. Your season of isolation has an expiration date. It is not your permanent address. It's a temporary training ground. That's all it is. God has been shielding you, protecting you, and preparing you for a powerful reason. He's been hiding you for a purpose greater than you could ever possibly imagine right now. Just trust your sister on this. And when the preparation is complete, when your character has been forged and your heart is fully aligned with his word, with his purpose, he's going to bring you out. He won't just open a door. He ain't going to just do that. You are never isolated. You will never be forgotten. The Lord was shielding you, hiding you in the shadow of his wings. Your unveiling is coming. Your assignment is ready. And you, my dear, you're about to step into everything. Everything this season he has prepared for you. Trust the process. Your time is now. God bless you.